All right, welcome back to Sunrise. So our next guest hails from St. Mary, and after completing her bachelor's in education at the University of Technology, she briefly taught at the Calabar High School before migrating to Japan. Oh, that's so exciting.
Calabar really did it for her. Like, I'm out.
She said, I'm going far east. So that is where she has called home for over 19 years. She started out as a language teacher before following her passion of opening the Yum Cupcakery and has become one of Japan's culinary ambassadors for Jamaica.
Awesome. Well, she has curated and spearheaded the Jamaican Charity Gala for 3 years, providing culinary delights for the Jamaican Embassy. She's nourished the Jamaican Olympic team during their stay in Tokyo and has even represented Brand Jamaica on Japanese TV shows, showcasing the richness of Jamaican cuisine. So checking in from Chibo, Japan, philanthropist, owner of Yum Cupcakery, Sasha Haig. Welcome to Sunrise. Ohio gozaimasu.
Ohio gozaimasu. You know, so come.
So happy to have you. Welcome to Sunrise. How are you? What time is it in Japan? You're like 13 hours ahead?
Well, it's a bit over 14. It is now 8 minutes to 9 p.m. here in Japan.
All right.
Yeah, Monday nights, yeah.
Nice. Okay, let's talk, before we get to Yum Cup and Japan, right? Let's talk a little bit about number one, big up everybody from St. Mary.
Yes.
Yes. Let's talk about life in Jamaica for you. You were a teacher here. Who was Sasha Lee when she was here in Jamaica, and why did she decide to go exploring?
I guess as a child, I've always been the one. So I've always marched to my own drum, and when I was in university, when others were looking to go to like the US, Canada, or the UK, I wanted to try something different, fell in love with fashion and came to Japan. But I've always had the Jamaican in me. A part of it was I was festival queen for St. Mary in 2000, in the year 2000. So I've always been, you know, Jamaica is Jamaica, and I want to speak proudly of who I am as a Jamaican, even while I was in Jamaica. So I've always been that kind of person who's into culture, is into food, who is into making sure that wherever I go, I represent my home, Jamaica, even in Jamaica. So I guess that was me, even while I was in Jamaica.
I like that because, you know, sometimes we need to evolve. You know, we can't, as we get older, we do the things that we love, but we kind of change in how we do them. Tell us about, you know, going away on the JET program first and then evolving and saying, all right, I've had enough of this, but I still want to be here in Japan. How did that, you know, come about?
Okay, fortunately, I came, not on the JET program, I just came here as a resident in Japan and got up here teaching. I'm one of those weird not JET people that came here.
Because you tend to assume you went there and you were teaching JET.
No, I came here on a tourist visa and I found a job here. Yeah, I know, right? As I said, march to beat on my own drum.
Yeah.
So I came here as a tourist and I got a job and then I started teaching. However, I'm a trained teacher at home, and the way in which I was teaching here wasn't really mentally stimulating, because teaching English after being a trained teacher, you didn't really have lesson plans, you weren't interacting with students and parents. So I thought that that wasn't the best move for me, and moved around recruiting, and then the Lehman crash happened. I started a family here and then started baking. I wish I could say there's a master plan, but there wasn't.
Maybe not a master plan, but it sounds like a master recipe, because from what I can see here, you've worked with establishments like Ralph Lauren Cafe, Segafredo Japan, Soul Food House. I mean, you've also been the brand ambassador for Jablom Coffee at the Foodex. So it's very exciting. So yes, you didn't have a master plan, but it sounds fantastic. Talk us through where you are now as this culinary expert.
Culinary expert. I think my love language is food. So I wouldn't even say I'm a culinary expert. I love to share my warmth, and I do that through food. And there's a beauty of being a Jamaican. When you're here, you stand out because of the natural part of who we are. So at the moment, I am managing my business, making cakes. But during the pandemic, because people weren't ordering cakes, I decided to make cupcakes, cupcake mixes. So I actually have a line of cake mixes that I started during the pandemic.
Very cool.
Being Jamaican, you know, we're always doing things. I live in my city. My husband and I started teaching children here to start their own businesses because and that's their path. But I was my success. So we just finished a year teaching people actually in my city to start their own business. So these beautiful children have learned how to start businesses, and you know, I don't know. I'm Jamaican. I'm a daughter of Jamaican, so I'm always enterprising, always trying to do things. And during that place, people have been speaking my names in rooms, and that's why I was able to get those opportunities in these companies as a solo entrepreneur in a country like Japan.
All right, so finally, as we let you go and wrap this conversation, tell us what it's like, you know, infusing yourself in the Jamaican community in Japan, because there is a vibrant Jamaican community in Japan. Tell us, you know, what it's like being an active part of the Jamaican diaspora, since this is Diaspora LinkUp.
So we are connected through the embassy. So a lot of our events are embassy related, and we do have Jamaicans in Japan groups. So if they're Jamaicans who are not in Jamaicans in Japan group, they should join that group as well. We meet up at the embassy. We have, you know, during the pandemic, we had a lot of Zoom conversations, and we do that online. But because I've been here for almost 20 years, we started with maybe 30, 40 Jamaicans. I know there are thousands of Jamaicans all over. So try to meet up in ways, and now because we're in different areas, people meet up in smaller groups. But I must admit, our ambassador, she has been doing an amazing job ensuring that we have at least quarterly link up via the embassy. Awesome, awesome.
Really, really excellent.
Thank you so much.
Excellent. And also, can you just send me a slice of cake? Thanks. Appreciate you. Particularly the 4-tier chocolate one. Thanks, Ashley. Appreciate you.
That one caught my eye too, you know? That one caught my eye.
That was Sasha Lee Haig Seals, philanthropist, owner of Young Cup Cakery. TK is on standby with the news. Please stay with us here at Sunrise.